Good afternoon, vlog. I am pretty busy. I just finished doing a lot of things this afternoon, so I wanted to vlog for you guys. You guys saw yesterday's vlog. I did a bunch of cleaning around the apartment because there were a lot of things in this place that needed TLC. So I did most of it yesterday. I felt very accomplished. I think I did overdo it a little bit though, so yeah. Aside from that, today I had some stuff that I needed to do as well. As you can see, our bed does not have sheets. A goal of ours was to wash those. So this morning, after I was like up and ready to be out of bed for the day, I stripped the sheets off the bed and the mattress protector and threw those straight in the washer. They are now in the dryer. And then obviously I just folded the comforter and my minky and put the pillows and stuff back on the bed so the dogs weren't all over them. And then I went into the spare room to do my reptile chores that I do every day. I'm not gonna talk about those because you've probably seen those chores a million times at this point. But I went in there to do that, and yesterday I actually washed the sheets for that bedroom. We bought the sheets like spur of the moment several months ago now, I believe, when my sister came to stay the night while Nate was at work out of town. So the only person that's really stayed in that room is my sister. But anyway, I washed those sheets. So while I was in there doing the reptile shit, I made the bed in there, and then we have a stack of blankets folded up on the shelf in the closet, just like blankets that we never use. So I took a couple of those after I put the sheets on and like actually made the bed. I didn't need to wash the pillowcase because it wasn't really dirty. I used the body pillow to make it look like actually made, and there's not just one lonely pillow on the bed. And then I have like one of my Grandpa Whitney's quilts on the end of the bed. I'll show you everything. And then I added 2 Care Bears just to make it like cutesy. So I did that, and then while I was at it, I decided to say fuck it, and I cleaned our laundry room as well. It's needed some TLC, like literally since we moved in. We've been here almost a year. It'll be a year in May. So that's pretty sad, but I said fuck it today, and I was like, you know what, it needs it. I'm gonna get this bitch clean. So I started by, obviously our sheets were already washed at that point. Like I said, they are now in the dryer. So I started by picking up the floor. My heated blanket was in there. It didn't really need to be washed, and I couldn't really figure out if I can wash it. So I didn't risk that because it does have a cord, obviously. So I just folded that up and put it in the closet. And then really the only other thing that was like on the floor was the sheets for the rooftop tent. They were dirty from the last time we stayed in the rooftop tent for the summer. So yeah, if you don't know, Beebs has a rooftop tent on his truck, and that's like our favorite thing to do for camping if we're not staying in my family's cabin. Anyway, those were on the floor and they were very dirty, so I threw those in the wash with like a couple of other things that needed to be washed. So those are in the washer currently. Either the washer or the dryer just beeped at me, so one of them is done. So I will tend to that in a minute. But got everything off the floor, and then we keep our like packages of toilet paper just like in the corner next to the dryer. So I just left that there. And then I put the mop, the Swiffer, and the vacuum, which is also usually in there, in the like water heater closet, like the utility closet in the laundry room. So that's all put away. I obviously swept and mopped the floor, so it was nice and clean. I didn't get the O-Cedar out because that's a pain in the ass for a room that small. I feel like it's just like overdoing it a little bit, way too much effort for such a small task. So I just put a little bit of diluted Fabuloso on the floor. Like I just like splashed it out of our spray bottle that I used for the counters, and I used the Swiffer to clean the floor. Did that, and then while I was in there, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I noticed that the washer and dryer, like the surface of them, where all the knobs and buttons and shit are, was really dirty, so I wiped that down with cleaner as well. Got everything nice and clean. The shelves above the washer and dryer are just fucking a chaotic mess. But I decided to wait until I have Beebs and his opinion on where to put shit before I touch those. So yeah, those are a mess. So when I show you the laundry room, don't clock me for the shelves. I promise I wasn't being lazy. I just care about my partner's opinion. So yeah, then I lit a candle and it smells good. It's nice and clean in there. And I obviously stacked the dirty and clean laundry baskets in there as well. They're out of the way. The floor's clean. Love that for me. And then, so yeah, I got all that done and I came in here to lay down. I had the dogs out. They were just like chilling with me. I'll circle back to that in a second. I'd been laying down for like probably less than a minute and I heard like a dry heaving and I was like, where the fuck is that coming from? Like at first I didn't really know what it was and I thought it was like a noise coming from out there because I had the window open. I proceed to look over in that area over there, like in front of the closet, and Ruby is like the barfing cat position, throwing up on the floor. She does that a lot, like she'll get randomly sick and just throw up, and for some reason she does it twice every time. I will also circle back to that in a second. So I immediately like put them both in their kennel. Like I wasn't gonna leave Indy out because she will try to eat it. So I put them both in their kennel and Ruby proceeded to throw up all over her blanket in her kennel. So not only did I use 3 wash rags and dirty them to clean up the vomit on the carpet. I hope to God that it was on the tile when I got up to go look, but it was indeed on the carpet. Anyway, I dirtied 3, not 1, not 2, 3 wash rags to clean up her vomit. And then I also had to throw, obviously, the vomit-covered blanket that she sleeps on in the dirty clothes as well. Like I said before, the sheets for the rooftop tent were already in the washer. I already had a load in the washer washing. So I had to throw everything that Ruby barfed on or that had barf on it in the dirty laundry basket. So I have more laundry to do. It's not a full load, but I am going to wash it today anyway. Just do like a super small load because I just worked my ass off cleaning the laundry room and I don't want it to smell like Ruby's vomit. So yeah, basically like all of my excitement of having all of the laundry done for once and like caught up was crushed because Ruby decided to throw up and create more laundry. So yeah, I did that. I don't know if I mentioned, but I also did some organizing and like rearranging in the bedroom. So I will show you that in a minute. But first, I'm going to show you the bed in the spare room and the laundry room. And then we'll get to this situation. So starting with the spare room, like I said, it's just random blankets. None of this matches, but at least the bed's made just in case we do have guests. We never really do, but just in case we do, this bed has sheets and pillows and blankets for whoever decides to sleep here on the bed. And they will get to stay with my critters. And Michael and Elvis, obviously. And then the laundry room, which is what I am the most proud of. So obviously, like I said, I wiped down the surface of the washer and dryer. I just noticed that like up here was super dusty and gross. I just did it with Fabuloso. I could have used a Clorox wipe, but I didn't. Also, like I said, don't mind the shelves. They're chaotic and just a fucking disaster. But these are clean, which looks a lot better. Like I said, toilet paper is always over there, so I didn't touch it. Stacked the dirty and clean laundry basket. There's all of Ruby's barfed on shit. We have a bag of lint right now. I know that's fucking disgusting. We do plan on getting a little trash can to put in here for like lint and garbage that gathers in here. but we don't have that now. So that's just hanging on the door. Obviously, you can tell that the floor is swept and mopped. And then I put, obviously, like I said, the O-Cedar, the vacuum, and the Swiffer in here with Beeb's boot that he had when he broke his ankle. So that is the fresh, clean laundry room. I also lit a candle. Don't clock me. I am keeping an eye on the open flame. So laundry room is clean. I am very, very proud of myself. And now I will show you what I did in the bedroom. So walking in, it doesn't really look much different. But what I did was I did some reorganizing over here on my little corner. Mostly this shelf. So I'm covering this because it has my high school's name on it. I guess it doesn't really matter because I don't go there anymore, but just to be safe. The maroon one is obviously my diploma. And then this blue one back here is my seminary diploma. And also in the seminary diploma, just to protect it, is my debate varsity letter award, which I'm very proud of. Debate was my shit. Anyway, and then I have this like ceramic bell. I don't know when I made this, but I'm assuming I was pretty young, as you can tell. I just have like a bunch of shit, a bunch of Care Bear tags that came with, I'm not sure which one, but as you can see, I have many. Okay, we'll start on the top shelf. You guys have seen these mugs. This is the only one I'm displaying. I'm obviously using the other three. Beebs got me this at Michael's, I believe. Super cute. If I drank alcohol, I would take shots out of it, but it's just on display. And then you guys saw that tic-tac-toe board yesterday. Then I have all my little bottles. I'm such a fiend for like knickknacks. You guys know I have that knickknack shelf over there. I'll get to that in a second. But I also love like little bottles and stuff. So I've grown quite the collection in my almost 26 years of life. So these are all my bottles. All of these like color ones that you see, those two and these three were essential oil. Like these are like the full size, and then two travel ones. You can get like little doTERRA travel kits with travel bottles that you fill up yourself. So these two came from like one of those kind of situations. This one was from my grandma. I have this tall bottle, I believe also from my grandma. Two mini like vintage salt and pepper shakers. Those two little cute things were, I believe, either my mom's or my grandma's at one point, but they're now in my possession. Super cute. Beebs got me this little jar, love potion for Halloween from Target last year. And then obviously this underneath the salt and pepper shaker was a glass wellness shot bottle that I just insisted on keeping. So that is my little bottle shelf. And then down here, I just threw other stuff that needed to be tucked away on here. I obviously have my mom's, one of her bridesmaids bouquets on display. This is very special to me. I have my grandpa's Bible that he gave me. It has his name on the front. And then a mini Book of Mormon. You can find these cute little mini ones at Deseret Book. You guys have seen these Michael photo albums. I didn't really have anywhere to put them or display them, so I just threw them up there. I'm obviously not going to like put a nail through them and hang them up, so they're just there. And then a sticky notepad. So that is my shelf. And then I added my little plaque, Families Are Forever, over here. I only have Cinnamon Roll and Tuxedo Sam over here. I'll get to where the other two are in a second. And then I have my, I believe, 8 love notes. This isn't even comparing to how many I have in total, but these are just some of them from Beebs, so they're just scattered on the wall. And I didn't change anything with my dresser. I just like how all of my cute stuff is on display. But like I mentioned, the knickknack shelf, I did some reorganizing over here. The purse hook stayed the same, and this is still in the same spot, but I added my Grandpa Whitney's, one of his scarves. I have 3 of his scarves And then I just put my 2 bows on the bottom because I think it looks cute. Obviously, my knickknacks are pretty much still the same. I just added my little mini Grumpy Bear. I moved these Coca-Cola caps, and then I added this Winnie the Pooh ornament. I also organized my nightstand and did some rearranging. I'll start with the surface. I have my little weighted Winnie the Pooh. Beebs got me this when we first started dating. He's my fave. He was on my dresser, but I wanted him out. He makes a great phone stand. I'm not sure if that's what he's like designed for, but he does serve that purpose as well. I organized these drawers. In here I have a pencil and a pen for when I do my journaling. This was actually a reptile food dish. All of my reptiles have food dishes, I promise. They're not being neglected. This was just extra. In there I have like some daily jewelry, bracelets, rings, belly ring, stuff like that. And then obviously some hair ties. Next drawer I have the original set of earbuds that Indy chewed one of them. I've mentioned these before. And then the same ones in the new set that Beebs replaced those with because he's so sweet. And then my skull candy. These used to be my fave, but I sadly only have one of them right now. I don't know where the other one went. I have the BioFreeze that I was using for period cramps when I was on my monthly, but it's obviously good for other pains as well, so that's just in here. This is a pill container from the Heart Institute that my mom got while she was in the hospital to take her pills out of. It's broken. I've had it for like since my mom passed away, so almost 10 years. So I don't really put anything in it. I just have it because it was my mom's and it means a lot to me. And then this little pill container was given to me by my grandma, and that has like my daily regimen in it for emergencies. So those are the drawers. And then up here, like I said, I would explain where these two went. I have Pom Pom Purin and Miss Hello Kitty over here. So those are just on display on my nightstand right now. I obviously have my diffuser going, and then Beebs got me this cute little Stitch backpack on clearance for $8 at Walmart last night. So that is so cute. I haven't used it yet, but I just have it up here because it's adorable. Oh, I forgot to mention the bottom drawer. In here, I just have my Cardio Messenger Smart. So for those that haven't been here, speaking of that device, I have a pacemaker. So basically the purpose of this little guy is it communicates with my pacemaker and it updates like the records that my pacemaker is keeping when it comes to my heart, like every time I'm near this monitor. So basically anytime I'm in the apartment, which is most of the time, it is updating this monitor, and it sends updates every once in a while. I'm not sure how often, to my doctors. So if anything funky is happening with my heart or the pacemaker, it will alert my doctors on the like pacemaker report that it sends. So that is the purpose of this guy. It does take a charger. It's just like a normal like Android charger. So I have that plugged in. It can like keep its charge. You don't have to have it plugged in, but I do because I'm forgetful and I will leave it unplugged and it will die. It's been dead for like 3 days at a time before. So I just honestly save myself the hassle and I leave it plugged in. But I wanted it out of the way. So I obviously plugged it in on my convenient little nightstand outlets. I might move just the USB over to the USB port and save this outlet for something else. But anyway, that's that one. I also forgot to mention, I obviously added my cute little Hello Kitty beanie that Beebs got me from, I believe, Walmart. So that's up there now as well. So yeah, that is basically what I've been up to this morning. I've just been busy trying to get stuff done. So yeah, I feel like I've accomplished quite a bit. You guys know I've mentioned many times that Beebs leaves me love notes on the bathroom mirror every day. So I wrote him two this morning and left them on the bathroom door, so he will see them when he goes in there to shower. But yeah, other than that, all of the cleaning is pretty much done. You guys saw yesterday's vlog. If you haven't, go check it out, where I did most of the cleaning. So yeah, time check. It is 1:01. Beebs should be off in like a couple hours-ish. So he will be on his way home in no time. But for now, I'm just gonna relax. I'm probably gonna let the dogs back out. I am putting my trust in Ruby that she won't barf on the floor again. So we're gonna let these critters out. I like to shut their kennels because they're just fucking in the way if the doors are open. So I tried to shut them. And we do need to get rid of all of this shit on top. We have more carpet tape. We just haven't stuck the rug back down yet. We're gonna have to find a more convenient way that will last as far as sticking the rug down goes, but we haven't done that yet. Maybe like blue tack. And then this giant thing is for the rooftop tent. And then Beebs had this random like throw blanket, like fleece blanket. It's like M&M's. So we've got to find a place for that. But yeah, I'm gonna tend to the laundry real quick because it has beeped at me. While I'm in here, I'll give you guys a quick OOTD, if you can even call it that. I'm literally like half naked at this point. I tend to get really hot during the day. I'm not sure why. Probably because this winter has been fucking weird. Anyways, I'm wearing these white Nikes sweatpants. You guys have seen these before. Shout out to my sister. And then this same sports bra that I was wearing yesterday. No jewelry today, just my Medusa piercing. Obviously no socks, so I went with comfy as opposed to cute. Now I'm gonna fucking deal with this laundry. I'm not even gonna bother putting everything into a basket. I'm literally just gonna take it out and put it away as I grab it. I'm so fucking tired of laundry. Also, don't clock the fact that I've literally done nothing with my hair today. I'm not gonna do my hair if it's just gonna be sweaty and disgusting from doing all of this fucking bullshit cleaning. But I've got to do what I've got to do, so I can't really complain. There's not really much like actual laundry in the dryer. It's mostly just like little stuff, and then it's taken up a majority of the way by obviously the sheets. Also, fun fact, Beebs and I go through like a ridiculous amount of like wash rags, so I don't know how that happens, but somehow it does every time. Like, we probably fold at least 15 of them every load of laundry. And at this point, it's getting kind of fucking ridiculous. I called the dogs in here because I don't trust either of them. Okay, I was successfully able to make the bed without breaking a nail. So, pretty much everything I need to do today as far as cleaning goes is done. I feel wonderful, but I do need a glass of ice water. So I've decided I am gonna make tea. So I grabbed my mug out of the cupboard. I usually fill it with just super hot water from the sink because I'm too lazy to like boil water for tea. So I do that and then I put it in the microwave for like a minute and a half. So this is the mug we're using today. I'm gonna take that hoe and throw it in the microwave and clear it. Minute 30, and I'm gonna let that hoe do its thing while I throw the rooftop tent sheets in the dryer because I spaced doing that. I didn't use fabric softener for these sheets. I just used sanitizer and detergent. I felt like it was a waste of fabric softener considering we don't use those sheets this time of year anyway. Microwave's done. You guys know I like the Celestial Seasonings Chamomile, obviously caffeine free with honey and sugar. So I'm obviously going to plop my tea bag in. I like to get a spoon to hold the tea bag in the bottom of the mug so it's like completely submerged in the water. I usually let it steep for like a minute to 2 minutes just to get all of the flavor that I possibly can. And I personally do like this little number to really get all the flavor out that I can from the tea bag. But for the most part, I just let it sit. As you can see, it gets dark very, very fast. But the hotter the water, the better, because the faster it will unleash all of its fucking goodness or whatever. Okay, my tea, sorry about that, I'm fucking retarded. My tea is done steeping. I removed the tea bag. I like to get another spoon because the tea bag and the water is so hot, you'll obviously fucking burn yourself. So I scoop it up with one spoon and then squish it with another spoon and get all the goodness out once again. Now I'm gonna add my honey and sugar. We just get honey from Sam's Club. We literally buy everything in bulk from Sam's Club. And it's gonna look like a ridiculous amount of honey, but I promise you, you can never have too much. So I'm gonna stir this in and let that do its thing, and then I'm gonna add the sugar. And I just keep our honey up with all of our breakfast stuff and also the tea bags. All right, I got the sugar. You do need to get more sugar soon, but I'm not worried about that right now. I'm just gonna grab, this is a half a tablespoon. I don't put the whole tablespoon because that's like kind of ridiculous. I start with about half, and I obviously like taste it as I go just so I don't make it too overly sweet. I fucking love this mug, are you kidding? God damn, I'm a wizard. That is so good. And I love this little bitchy fucking sugar container we have. Are you kidding? Put that hoe back where it goes, obviously. I didn't spend like 8 hours total between today and yesterday cleaning for no fucking reason. Now I'm gonna take my happy ass and my delicious chamomile tea to the bedroom to relax. Yummy. And I obviously, unfortunately, have to wait for it to cool down, but I'm just gonna lay in bed and probably watch something on the iPad since I am vlogging right now, but I can't wait to drink this tea. It's gonna be so good. Carrying hot tea like that in a mug is literally like a skill I didn't know would ever be a thing, but that is some hot ass fucking liquid. You will burn the shit out of yourself. So I literally walked like I was walking on glass the whole way to the bedroom because the last thing I want is like fucking 3rd-degree burns. So Indy came in here to be with me, and I don't know what the fuck Ruby is doing, but I trust her, so I'm hoping she's being good. I'm actually gonna put on some shorts because I'm getting pretty sweaty and kind of like overheated. Plus, I'm going to be drinking hot tea, so outfit change time. Okay, I literally look fucking naked, but I'm trying to be comfy and cute at the same time. So I put on these spandex shorts. I actually thieved these after my sister moved out of my dad's house. These were the spandex that she got when she was on drill team. So I'm actually going to get a small ice cube and put it in my tea because I just want to drink that bitch. I moved the candle out here, by the way. I got the ice cube. Don't worry, my hands are clean. It's like 1:30, so Beeb should be on his way soon. And I'm just gonna plop. Oh, it's a very cute dog. A very, very cute dog. You is a good girl, Indy. You is a very good girl. Very, very good girl. I love Indy. She's so photogenic. She's always floppy, which I love. She's a very sweet girl. We love this dog, but she's a shithead for sure. So Indy is doing whatever she does in the background. My tea is cool enough to drink now, so I'm going to start on that. I also wanted to mention I did run out of the only essential oil that I had left of my mom's. It was the frankincense. You guys saw me use it, I believe, yesterday. but I ran out, so I'm probably gonna get like a generic brand or something. So I literally have this on, but it's not putting out any smell goods because I had barely any oil. So this vlog is a half hour long, so I think I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me be absolutely chaotic like always. I'm gonna lay down in my nice clean bed and drink my tea and just wait for Beebs to get home, just relax with the dogs. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I always say, don't forget to always express what you're thankful for. Drink your water, take your meds, and if your posture's bad, fix it. And until next time, I will see you guys soon. Mwah.